Hello everyone, our today's topic is theatre square. So here the scenario on this problem is that the theatre square is a capital city of Berlin and it has a rectangular shape. So we can find that there has a shape on rectangular and this rectangular shape size n into m meters. And this occasion of the city's anniversaries, a decision has taken. There will be a make a path. This path pave must be a square granite flagstones, and each flagstone which must be size a into a. So it must be a square size. Okay, and what is the least number? So the problem wants to try to find out that what is the least number of flagstones needed to pave this square. So there has some input format. Input must be a positive number, and there are three input like n, m, and a. And the input size, you can see that input size is 10^9. It must be longer, so it can't be written. It can't have been written as integer value. It must be go on long data type. And now we should need a number of flagstones. So how can solve this problem? Like there are three input n, m, and a. Now I can show you what is the scenario on this section. So it has been said that there has three input n, m, and a, and the size of first rectangular shape is n into m. So we can say that our rectangular size is n into m, and the size value has given there 6 into 6. So n value is 6 and m contain the values as 6, and then there has a value of third value is a, and this a means how much the flagstone on used to pave the square, and this square must be a into a, means where a value here taken as 4. So there has make a square. This square means it must be contain a into a. So this size is 4 into 4. So they want to know about us that how much type flagstone we need on this rectangle square. So how can we find it? Then this type of square has been created on this n into m rectangle. So there has a value like 4. So when we taken the value on our column section like C is a 4, that we know that it's 1.5 value, and it may contain with a fraction value, but in this section there has there has been a request to take the least number of flagstones to pave the square, and it must be larger than a theatre square. So we must take the larger value. So we must save this value on 1.5 must be taken as 2, means when it will find the fraction value, it must be add a value of 1, and same as, so we can see that there has on this n types we can find 2 square. We can find 2 square, that is 4 on our n times, and same as when we can and same as when we can go to our row section, then we can also take this 6 by 4, then we can find this 1.5. So we must this fraction value, so we must take we must add the value of 1. So we can find this, that there has a 2 square on this section on n. So there has total 4 square we can find to create a page. So we can say that there has n time we can x find the 2 value, and there has m time when we can find the value of y, which is the 2 value. So we can say that to multiply this value x into y, so we can find that there has 4 square value to find our path on this number of flagstones needed. So and in there are also, if we can find if we find our without fraction values like 6 divided by 3, then we can find that 2. So we must not need any add another value, so we can use this value. So there has 2 conditions. One is when we can find the fraction values, there has must be 1, and if there has no fraction value, there has no need any added, no, there has no, can't be needed any added the value of 1. So now we can solve this problem on C++. So we made the input of 3 type of input, n, m, and a, and we also need to store the value on x and y. Now we take the input 3 input n, m, and a for the rectangle value and for this flagstones. And now we take the condition like if n mod a. So we must firstly check that if n 6 mod 3 equal 0, if it equal to 0, then we must not need any add the value. So we can say that x is equal n divided by a. Else we must plus 1 values. If there has any fraction value, then we must add the 1 value. If there has no fraction value, then we need not any value of 1. And same check on the m value. And we store in y. Otherwise same as y. Okay. Add the another value, and then we must need our output. So from the n value and m value, we multiply this section x into y, and then we must also check our input section. There are 3 positive integers. Okay, we have done it, we have taken it, but there has a section that their size. The size of the input section called 10 for 9, and it can't be supported on integer value because integer value are contained in 8 bytes. So we must use the type of long run. Now we run the code. Take the input 64. There has the output of x into y means 4. There has 6 value of n, there has 6 value of m, and there has 4 value of a. Now check 6 mod 4 is equal to 0. No, so it must be go to the else value, and it contain 1.5 plus 1. It must, as it is a long values, it must take the value 1.5, and it takes only from this section on 1 plus 1, it contains 2, so its value contains the 2 values. And same as 6 mod a 4 equal 0, not 0, so it must contain with the else, and there has a 2. So finally it must return the output x into y, 4 into 2, that check the output on 4. Now we submit our code. To check that it is working or not. Here's our output. It has been extracted. If we want to test our check our test case, we can click this section to check that which type of input has been checked, to check our codes, and there has been okay. If there has an error, then we can find out error on this section. Thank you.